So are we supposed to start the podcast?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That was fantastic.
Really good.
Especially considering how under the weather the star of our show feels today.
I know. I mean, that was better clap than I could have imagined I was capable of in this current shape.
What was your drag name?
Memaw Drag.
Memaw Drag. Mine's Miss Information.
I love that.
Yeah,
I think
Kylie
that's a
came
good
up with
one.
that. I thought that was fantastic. All right, Pumps, aka Memaw Drag. What have you had it with?
Okay, what I've had it with is Jennifer and Kylie.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
We sit down in these chairs.
Okay.
I'm terrible at looking in the mirror and all that. You say, "Are you going for the smoky look today with your eyeliner?" And I said, "Well, Emily got me this new eyeliner. I didn't think I was. Am I?" And I look at Kylie and I said, "Do I need to get a tissue or something?" Everybody's, "No, it's fine. Don't worry about it." I fucking go into the bathroom. It looks like I have drawn like clown makeup on. It is down literally to the middle of my cheek. It was the headband catastrophe all over again. Like, fucking, you have to help a gal out.
Okay, here's the situation, Patriots. All right. Memaw Drag. We were filming an episode prior to this episode because we are filming machines,
Right.
content cranker-outerers, right? So I look over at her and her eyeliner, and it's in the morning, and her eyeliner is like, I don't know, I'd say an inch thick below the eye. And I thought, well, that's an interesting look.
All the way down.
I thought that's a really interesting look, especially considering we all know she hasn't been laid in at least 1,200 days. So she didn't do a morning romp. I knew that she hadn't exercised yet because she can barely move from the exercise class she did yesterday. And so I knew that she'd literally gone straight from her makeup mirror to these here very chairs.
These chairs.
And in that episode, she identified herself. If we had drag names, she would be Memaw Drag.
I was trying to incorporate my regular nicknames into a drag
I
name.
think it's a great drag name. And so I asked her before we started filming, I said, "Are you going for like the smudge smoky look with your eyeliner?" And she was like, "No, I got new eyeliner. My daughter told me to buy it. Do I need to like get a tissue?" And here's the deal. She really needed to get a tissue, but I said, "No, you don't need to. And here's why."
Because you're a cunt.
That's for sure 100% true. Guilty as charged there. That's step number one. Step number two is because you can barely walk because you haven't exercised in months. So you decide to start exercising. So the thought of you walking out of this recording studio and walking downstairs in front of a mirror, getting a tissue, wiping the makeup off, then you'd get some alert from the New York Times or some liberal algorithm. And I knew it would be a 20 to 30 minute setback. And I just thought, you know what? We need to push through with the smudge.
You thought, she's already done a whole podcast with that hideous headband. What's a little smudged eyeliner? Here's the deal, though. Kylie could have run out and just gotten a tissue. It was alarmingly terrible. It wasn't just a little tissue. But here's the deal. You're such a bitch and so bossy. I think it was selfish.
It was. It was 100% selfish.
And I felt Kylie, too, because I asked her
I agree.
to
Drag her
face.
into it. I agree.
I mean, just a bunch of cunts I work with. Just a bunch of fucking assholes. When I saw my reflection in the mirror, it was one of those, like, oh my gosh. It was so bad.
I just have some follow-up questions about this.
Okay.
So it was early in the morning. You'd literally gone from your house, you got in your car, you drove here, you walk upstairs, and you sit down in that chair.
Mhm.
That's all that had happened.
Right.
What happened?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm going to ask Emily all the right questions when I get home. I don't know if I overdid it.
Did she do your makeup?
No, I did it. And I just did and then
It looked like you put it on with like one of those jumbo Crayolas, the
right,
big for like
the
little
big ones,
kids that
like
are
the
like
big Chief Crayola.
Yes.
No, I do not know. I mean, it was shocking. when I
It
saw it.
was.
And
It was
it kind of had like a point, I feel like, on both sides. Like, you know how clowns kind of do this? I kind of felt like it was trying to mimic that a little bit.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to blame it on Emily. I'd love to blame it on anybody but myself. But I think the guilty party is me. I don't know what happened. I will get to the deep, dark bottom of it. But I just wanted to note for the permanent record, you two are assholes.
I agree.
If I was sitting here with my fly open, would you tell me?
Yes. I tried to whistleblow about the camel toe that you had, and you were dismissive of it.
I did have a camel toe the other day walking out of
And
exercise, and I
have
just
some
thought, wow.
Here's my had it. I've had it with your camel toe. All right, now let's dive into that because I have so many follow-up questions about this.
I don't feel it.
Is your vagina numb?
No.
How do you not feel an inseam grinding up your twat?
I don't think it's that far up. I think it just looks that far up. Because I had one yesterday when I left exercise class, and I just was like, Jennifer would have a heart attack if she saw this. I think what happens is I pull them up too tight, or yesterday it was just moving. But I mean, it was pronounced. I just can't imagine everybody in the class wasn't like trying to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, look at her camel toe. I mean, it was bad.
It's alarming. It's far more alarming than the eyeliner. And here's what I don't understand about it. And I want to ask questions because I know the listener probably has the same similar questions that I have. All right. You have a vagina just like the rest of the ladies around the world.
Okay.
All right. And you've got these jeans on. In particular, I remember this white pair of jeans. And it had a pretty big seam there at the twat. And I looked down, and I mean, it was almost as though like you're wearing spandex, and I can totally see the outer lips and everything. And I thought, how are you not in pain?
No, I mean, it's like a camel hoof. I mean, it's not a toe, it's a camel hoof.
It
reminds me when you're talking, I was like, you know how it's like what they call a plumber's crack? You know, when your crack's open, you think they got to feel the air. They got to know it's cracked. They've got to know it's showing. I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the fact that you're completely numb in your vagine is directly correlated to the fact that you haven't been laid in over 5,437 days? Do you think there's a link?
It's got to be a link. It's got to be a link.
Okay.
Probably a Stanley Cup in there somewhere.
That was my next question. That was my next
my
question.
Stanley Cup keeps it numb down there.
When you were at the exercise class and had this world-class camel toe, did you take your Stanley Cup to class?
No, I did not. It was in my car. I didn't take it in.
But it was in the car.
Yes, it's in the car right now.
It made the journey with you.
Yes.
Okay.
I felt so bad today when we left. I picked it up to take it in your car and was just going to be like, I feel like shit, so don't say a word. But it was just too heavy for me to carry over to your car. That's how bad I feel. I couldn't even bring my Stanley.
It's interesting that you can feel the weight of a Stanley Cup, but you cannot feel the tension of a world-class, jaw-dropping, eye-bolting, jump scare camel toe that I think could probably be seen from northern Canada.
I think you could see it on a satellite.
I do too.
I mean, this one yesterday was impressive.
I'm just fascinated by the lack of awareness or any sort of feeling.
I think it's Stanley Cups, and I think it's probably the 5,000 days.
I'll tell you, so I wear my little tennis skirts when I play tennis and pickleball, right?
Yeah.
And they've got little built-in panties.
Right. Got to have those.
And so in pickleball, I got to squat really low when I'm up at the net. So I'm
I've
like
seen
a
it.
full squat, right?
It's like Serena Williams is envious of this squat.
Thank you. Thank you. I agree. That's a great comparison. You fucking nailed it there, camel toe.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, when I raise up to walk back because I've squatted, the built-in panties in the tennis skirt kind of get adjusted, and I can feel, and it's a thin little panty, and I can feel the camel toe right then and there. And every time I feel it,
you think of me.
Every single time, I think I have a friend that has, like, we're talking heavier clothing with heavier seams double stitching right in the twat area. And I mean, this thing is just, it's like dental floss up the vagine. But it's like a big thick seam and it's just right up there and you don't feel a damn thing. It's wild.
No, I have to see it to notice it.
Welcome to I've Had It. I'm Jennifer.
I just thought of a new name for myself.
Okay, what is it?
Hoof drag. That's my drag name. Camel hoof drag.
You don't have to put drag in the drag name.
Why do you have drag in the drag name? Why? Why do you put drag in your drag name?
I don't know. That's bad. That's bad.
What about just camel toe drag?
How about just camel?
Miss Camel Toe.
Miss Camel.
Well, we got to have the toe.
You got to have toe.
Well, yeah. Maybe I'm thinking this is a way that you could remind yourself to be vigilant in the camel toe checks.
If everybody started calling me Camel Toe, I'd just do a check.
Let me ask you this. In the middle of that exercise class, when you have this, just horrific camel toe, did you try to correct it or did you just think I'm going to push through?
Oh, no, I always correct it immediately when I see it.
So you saw it, didn't feel it?
Yeah, but it was after the class. Like when I was leaving.
Okay, follow-up question. What percentage of the class do you think you had the camel toe?
See, I don't know. It could have been the whole class.
Because you can't feel a goddamn thing down there.
Can't feel it. I'm not looking. Like I try to avoid looking at myself during exercise
This
class.
makes sense as to why you're not pursuing more sexual encounters in your life. Your vagina is numb.
It's over.
It's completely numb.
It's tapped out.
If you can't feel a camel toe, then for sure you're not going to feel a teeny weeny, which is probably why you body shame them all the time.
That's what I was gonna say. That's why I'm a size girl, I guess.
It's exactly right. Because these camel toes, if you can't feel that,
yeah,
I mean, you need some Donkey Kong type situation over there.
Donkey Kong.
Wow. All right, Kylie, do you ever get camel toe?
I don't think so.
And
if I did, I would fix it. I would feel it.
Could you feel
It's
it?
it's painful.
Exactly.
It hurts.
Exactly. That's why this is so incredible that Miss Camel Toe Drag cannot feel a camel toe.
What was the other one? Hoof drag?
Hook drag.
Hoof drag.
What was the other one? Memaw drag?
It's just a different word.
What's your drag name? Just whatever. Lawyer drag. Clap drag. This is going to be, this episode is already unhinged.
Right.
All right. Before I have Kylie read some stuff from the World Wide Web, I shared this with Pumps earlier today, and I want to share it with the listener. So I discovered on my Sirius XM a radio channel called Utopia, and it is hits from like the club scene in the 90s and early 2000s. And it just so happens that in the 90s is when I hit the club scene, surrounded by just lots and lots and lots of gay men. And we would go hit the club and we would get out our scissors and we would cut a rug and had the best time. And I have it on my car all the time. And it's just flooded back all these memories of like pre-children, like getting all dolled up, staying out till like 2 or 3 a.m. If you can imagine, I did that.
Imagine.
And I mean, the best outfits, the best dance moves, the best gays. I mean, it was high times.
Isn't it great how music can send you back there like that? When you hear that, it just takes you right back.
And what I love about gay dance music is there's always a perfect part in the song before the beat drops where you can belt out to everybody. 5, 6, 7, 8, boom. And then it drops. And you can really get the 5, 6, 7, 8. And my gay friends and I always did that. We would, right before the climax, we would just belt out on the dance floor, in the car, in the house getting ready. It was just a 5, 6, 7, 8 was just screamed from the rooftops. And so I'm going to really start doing that again on our way to lunch and back.
I think you should.
It's going to be all gay all the time in my car, camel toe drag. And I'm going to tell you this much. I'm banning camel toe in the car.
Well, I hope I get to come. I might be standing on the sidewalk going like this. Bye.
With a camel toe.
With my
All right, Kylie, what's going on the World Wide Web?
All right, I've got a 5-star review from Hot Sauce Bagosh.
Okay.
And they write, If you have ever been chastised by your Republican religious bigot mother-in-law who tells you that you have no idea how to care for or be a proper wife to her baby boy, then this podcast might be the creative mouthpiece to your life. If you have ever felt like you're a little too blue to be accepted into your corn-fed, inbred, gun-shooting, rootin'-tootin', freedom-flying, MAGA merch-wearing, small-town, tacky, closed-minded family members, then you may just be in the right place. And if you've ever rolled your eyes at a middle-aged person wearing a top-knot headband, carrying a Stanley Cup, and pushing a double stroller with monogrammed bags for both of the kids whose names are obnoxiously spelled, then you too may be entitled to compensation. This podcast has cured my road rage during rush hour, and now instead of dodging potholes and gunshots, I'm dodging the expressway to take the long way to and from work so I can have 10 more minutes of learning about toilet paper etiquette and what info to not put on my dating profile. Life-changing, full stop.
Oh my God, that's like,
That makes me so happy. That is a really good review.
are we worthy of that?
I don't think so, especially after this dog shit we've thrown out here so
Now
far
that
today.
when she finds out what's been going on with this camel toe, can you
Right.
imagine how disappointed she's going to be when she finds out your vagina's numb? Camel toe drag. That is so. Listen, listener who wrote that, I love that. That is a fantastic, fantastic review, and I hope that we can live up to that.
I know that's pressure.
Yeah.
I love that. What's the bagosh?
Hot Sauce Bagosh is their username.
Hot sauce,
Bagosh.
hot sauce. I
Love
love
that.
you.
I love
that's
you,
just
hot sauce.
great, and I mean, it's true. We this is a safe space for people who have to be exposed to the insanity and the cruelty that is MAGA republicanism.
Right. And mother-in-laws. I mean,
Which tell them what happened to yours.
she died. Awful. Awful people.
Terrible people. Camel toe drag.
Camel Toe Drag over here. Coming at you
Yep.
from Camel Toe Drag headquarters.
I think it's great that we've started talking about drag queens, our drag names. I think it's great that you've added a new rule in drag that you actually go ahead and identify as drag for maybe the people in the back so that they know. Like, I think we need a RuPaul drag,
Right. RuPaul Drag.
Trixie drag.
Yep. Katya Drag.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think we need to get that memo out to all the drag queens.
Absolutely.
Pumps has made a new rule, and it is you have to have drag in your drag queen name.
Yeah, that was bad. Maybe it's because I felt bad. That was so bad, but I tend to doubt it. I think that's just,
I think we roll with it. I think we start a new thing where the drag queens add drag
yeah.
for the stupid people to understand
And I can lead that charge.
as camel toe drag, hoof drag, Memaw drag, attorney at law drag, podcaster drag.
Podcast Drag.
Okay, so we do have a drag queen as our guest today. And here is her bio. The large and in charge, chunky yet funky, bold and beautiful queen. You may know her from RuPaul's Drag Race, HBO's We're Here, and of course, I'm talking about Latrice Royale. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. You know, Pumps, navigating life at any stage, you always face challenges and the human experience of how to manage disappointments, but also seek out joy. And lately, I've been trying to mitigate that. Like, how can I enjoy my life, but also manage these problems that I have in the periphery? And I have found my sessions with my BetterHelp therapist to be the key to tapping into sustained serenity.
My BetterHelp therapist helps me so much because I can do it from home in my pajamas and feel completely comfortable.
Listener, if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/hadit today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/hadit. Pumps, let's just discuss our new obsession, which of course is the Skims Soft loungewear?
Oh my gosh, my soft lounge sleep set from Skims. It is so comfy. After I've had a hectic day, I race in the house after work, throw it on, and I feel like the weight of the world's off my shoulder. It is so cozy and comfortable.
I love my soft lounge tank plus boxer. The soft lounge tank is the best tank I've ever worn, and I feel like I've tried every ribbed tank on earth. I wear it around the house with the matching boxer, but most of the time I wear it with jeans or under a blazer. It is the perfect basic. Listener, shop the Skims soft loungewear collection at skims.com. Now available in sizes XXS to 4X. If you haven't yet, be sure to let them know that we sent you. After you place your order, select I've had it in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. All right, let's welcome to I've Had It, Latrice Royale. And for the record, her pronouns are bitch, honey bitch, Miss Mama, and girl. Latrice, how are you?
I'm amazing. I can't complain. Nobody give a shit no way. So I'm good.
All right, let me ask you, because this is the most important question that's going to be asked to you all year, all of the calendar year of 2024.
Okay.
Latrice, what have you had it with?
OMG. We could be here all day.
Yeah.
I have been in the throes of ignorance, stupidity, and I think I've had it with it. I am done with chosen ignorance. Like, if you, in this day and age, choose to have hardcore facts presented to you and you choose to believe whatever you want to believe and you're ignorant, I've had it. I don't have patience. I don't have the time. It's not my responsibility to help you anymore because you're a grown-ass person.
Yeah.
And I'm really done.
I agree. Willful ignorance
It's what it is.
It is epidemic. It's wild how many people are willfully ignorant. And almost it's like the people that are willfully ignorant are proud about it.
Right.
They
want
brag about not having the facts right. Or they are like, yeah, maybe that happened, but I choose not to believe it. And you see that a lot in political discourse these days. And it's just wild.
I call these people the LPWs. Loud, proud, and wrong.
That is great. That's a great one, LPW. Because you were recently in Oklahoma, so you know boots on the ground how bad it is here.
Yeah, Oklahoma is really something. I mean, sweet as pie to your face.
Oh, to your face. Yeah.
Oh, sweet as pie. But baby, they don't want no parts of your life and your lifestyle. As long as you blend in, you're good, because that's what the experience was like with my kid Randy. Like, you know, he's not your typical gay, you know. He's a farmer, so he looks like a farmer, and his husband looks like a farmer, so they blend right on in. And as long as, you know, it's not uncomfortable for others to know what your lifestyle is, then they can tolerate it. But
Isn't it amazing how entitled white rednecks are, that they feel like everybody has to conform to the way they look, the way they talk, the way they think, and they have a real sense of entitlement to that. And then if you're not that, how triggered they are by that. It's so fascinating to see how angry white people get, not all white people, but I'm talking about the rubes, the redneck style, willfully ignorant style, how upset they get at Pride Month, at the Pride flag, at BLM, at a drag queen, at a drag show, doing a drag dance, at a drag bar that's a private club. It is wild to me how mad they get about those things. But when they hear about all these preachers and priests molesting kids in the church, I fail to see any outrage there.
None. Excuses and passive.
Yep.
And, you know, it's wild to see people like really justify in their mind why it's okay. Like, no, bitch, that's not how it works. Like, I'm telling you, we're letting you know that this is wrong. This is wrong. And you're saying, well, he had a bad day, or maybe he was going through something, or his wife didn't give him none. Well, baby, you don't take that out on a kid.
Right.
You know, I don't get it. But and then this crazy chick, Marjorie.
Oh.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Can we just like have a moment of silence for her exit, please? Oh my God.
It's wild how
Can we? Oh my God.
it's wild that like when we think about people that represent us, I want somebody smarter than me that is actually interested in policy, that likes to sit around and read this shit all night, that takes their work seriously and makes good decisions for the majority of the country. In the Marjorie Taylor Greene world, it is like the dumber you are, the more they like it. And it's just wild. And also there is just a breed of cruelty in that politics and the MAGA movement that is so disgusting to me, how they are so brazen and braggadocious about being assholes.
The shit she pulls in those committee meetings or sessions, it is, I cannot imagine, like, as a mother, if my daughter was acting that way, I would go up and snatch her out by the hair and be like, shut your mouth. But it's like the crazier she gets, the more clicks she gets. So she's just not even interested. And something on her Twitter feed came across me the other day, and I was just like, what is it like if you vote for her? Like, I would love to just go in her district from like drone level and just eyeball everybody and see what's going on there, because she's had very smart, well-spoken, policy-driven opponents. And of course, it's not even close. And so I'm just like, who are the people voting for her that said, yes, this is who I am for? I just keep thinking I would love to do just a little drone level surface area recon on them.
I hate to break it to you. You can do that drone level. January 6th footage.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Right.
There you have it.
The people that stormed the Capitol, that's her electorate.
Right.
That's it. That's what they look like. It's a cult. These are all radicalized Christian nationalists that they like an authoritarian religion. They like an authoritarian form of government. It all lives in the same cult.
And guns.
You know what I feel like? I feel like, when I go on shows, like RuPaul's Drag Race or whatever, you do a psyche bow.
Oh, you do?
I feel like, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think, and I feel like, in order to vote, you need to have a psyche bow. Period. Period. If we got to do it for reality TV, why not for the country? Like, for the good of, can we have some people who are sane?
Right.
Well, and a part of it that feeds all of this like nationwide brokenness trauma that a lot of these people suffer from is they have a large media empire that serves up crazy and like red meat and serves it to them every single day, that further affirms a lot of their bigoted, homophobic, overt religious worldview that they want to impose on everybody else. And, it's so sad for me to think about the progress that the LGBTQ plus community had been making. And, marriage became legal. When Obama was in the White House, they lit the White House up with the pride colors. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, we're seeing this in real time. Growth in a major area of human rights, equality. This is beautiful. And now the backlash to that is so horrific to watch.
Going to Oklahoma was trippy because, like I said, everyone was sugar. It was sweet as sugar. And the nicest nose and the politest nose you cannot film here that you ever want to encounter. We could not film in any establishment. Like, everyone was not so much homophobic. They were scared of the backlash they would get by supporting a show like this. So they would lose their livelihood. So I understood that, and I was like, okay, fair, get it. But it's the nice to your face, I'm voting against you in the polls that I can't take. And that seems to be, that's the thing I can't take. And these performative allies that we have as well, I've had it with. Like, you're posting the pride and the this and the that, but yet you go into the polls and you're voting against us. So for me, I've had it with that. Like, I'm not acknowledging that. I don't want that kind of love. I don't want that kind of support. I want real, you have to be more loyal to the cause than your party sometimes. And these people are more loyal to their party than they are the cause. And I can't.
Pumps, Josh and I recently went to Montana, and I was trying to figure out which hotel to stay at. Fortunately, I went to Viator. Viator is a tool you can use to plan and book travel experiences around the world. Their app and website make it so easy to explore over 300,000 travel experiences, so you can discover what's out there no matter where you're traveling and what you're interested in. Viator helps you plan the perfect travel experience. Viator can help you plan better travel experiences. Free cancellation helps you plan for the unexpected. 300,000 plus travel experiences to choose from means that you can plan something that everyone you're traveling with will enjoy. Also, 24/7 customer service, so you can know you'll get support at any hour if things aren't going as planned. Real traveler reviews, so that you get to hear insider information from people who've already been on the experience that you're considering. Download the Viator app now and use the code Viator10 for 10% off your first booking in the app. Find travel experiences for you. Do more with Viator. Pumps, did you know that you actually are not seeing a wrinkle, and what we're really seeing is the shadow inside the wrinkle?
You're kidding me.
Top Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Dr. Lakey has helped countless celebrities achieve flawless complexions both on and off the screen. And he says the secret is to eliminate the shadow. And there are two ways that you can do that: fill in the crease itself and reflect light away from the shadow. Fortunately, Dr. Lakey has found a way anyone can do just that to achieve a flawless red carpet look right from home. Fortunately for us, he's made a free video presentation online explaining step by step how anyone can visibly fill in their deep wrinkles and fine lines in less than 30 seconds. It's really eye-opening because I've always seen these celebrities that are around our age in a movie, and I'm like, how on earth is their skin so flawless? So I watched the video, and truly, this is something that we can all do and add only 30 seconds to our morning routines. The video is just incredibly helpful. Listener, go to eraselines.com/hadit and watch Dr. Lakey's video right now. Again, that's eraselines.com/hadit. Homes.com knows that when it comes to home shopping, it's never just about the house or condo. It's about the home. And what makes a home is more than just the house or property. It's the location and neighborhood. If you have kids, it's also schools, nearby parks, and transportation options. That's why Homes.com goes above and beyond to bring home shoppers the in-depth information they need to find the right home. And when I say in-depth, I'm talking deep. Each listing features comprehensive information about the neighborhood, complete with a video guide. They also have details about schools with test scores, state rankings, and student-to-teacher ratio. They even have an agent directory with the sales history of each agent. So, when it comes to finding a home, not just a house, this is everything you need to know, all in one place. Homes.com. We've done your homework. Okay, Latrice, let's play our game called Had It or Hit It.
Oh my God. Welcome to Had It or Hit It. I would hit it.
Had it.
Had it. I hit it every day, sometimes twice a day.
All right. Had it or hit it. We've touched on this a little bit earlier. Had it or hit it, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, had it, baby.
Had it. Bad built butch body.
It's the six. She gave us the 6 B's. Is the bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Baby.
Oh, I forgot the bleach blonde. And I'm just like, Jasmine Crockett's a queen because that just rolled off her tongue.
When I tell you, and the songs that are on TikTok, they are bops.
Jasmine Crockett, we had her on our show. I mean, she is a superstar. She is smart. She is gorgeous. She is quick-witted. She's the type of person that needs to be in government,
Right?
Because she knows what she's talking about,
Yes.
and she is quick on her feet. And the difference between a representative like Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett to Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's unbelievable that those two people can hold the same position because Jasmine Crockett is incredible. She's intelligent. She is thoughtful. She's mindful. She's wise. She's quick-witted. She's all of the things that you want everybody in government doing on your behalf. Okay, had it or hit it, self-checkout.
When I tell you had it, where's my check? I'm doing your job. Where's my check, please? Yeah, no, I've had it.
See, I don't like self-checkout because I think the help needs work. I mean, I think it's hard. I'm not as good at there's nobody to be like irritated with because it's going so slowly except for myself. Had it.
Okay, Latrice, had it or hit it, people who wear backpacks on airplanes.
Had it.
Really?
Oh my God.
I agree with
Could
you.
you be a little bit more spatially aware of your bigness, please? Like, I'm a big bitch, so I know I take up a lot of room. That's why I don't wear backpacks. But I know that I take up a lot of room, so I try to be mindful of that. These people are just turning and bumping and like no clue, just clueless.
The
And I've had it.
backpacks, every time I get whacked in an airport, it's by somebody's backpack
Yeah,
because
I
they're
hadn't
not
thought about
aware
that.
that it's on them, and they're turning and they're taking people out. These backpacks are taking people out left and right in airports and on airplanes. I have had it with the backpacks.
See, what I've had it with about backpacks is I see men going through security. You're supposed to have one bag. They'll have a carry-on and a backpack. And I'm like, that's skirting. You can't have a carry-on and a backpack. That's 2 things. But they get away with it because it's a backpack in their carry-on. So that's where my issue with it is. I think you're right about getting hit with stuff on it. I just hadn't thought about it till just now.
Okay, had it or hit it, death drops.
Had it, because you know what? They don't even know what those are.
I love a death drop, Latrice. I just
But,
think they're
like-
fabulous.
But see, that's what the thing of it is. Like, what you're calling a death drop is not what the term is in ballroom.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Undereducated.
It's not your fault. It's RuPaul's Drag Race fault. But death drops are fun. But I've had it because everybody's trying to do it and they don't do it properly.
Right. They are dramatic, though.
They are. They showstoppers.
They're showstoppers.
All right,
They
Latrice, last one. Had it or hit it, women's shoes.
Can we please? I think out of necessity, I'm going to have to create a shoe line for Bigfoot women because I am on the struggle bus right now. Like, literally in the world. I've talked to manufacturers, factories, like direct to the source. And they're like, nope, we're not doing those. And I cannot find a size 16 women. I'm dainty. I have such a small.
Just a delicate little flower.
Delicate little feet, petite. I don't understand why they don't just make these so easily. But I have been struggling.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'4" out of heels.
Oh my God, you
gosh.
are a
Fabulous.
power
I'm a
queen.
baby. I'm a
is-
large.
This is some power queen shit going on over there. Size
Yeah.
16 shoe.
Yeah. I need them to be sturdy too. They gotta be built for tough, baby. For it.
Well, Latrice Royale, we could sit here and talk to you all day and solve the world's problems and trash talk and do all the fun stuff, but we've got to go. And I cannot thank you enough for joining us. We love you. And I'm sorry that Oklahoma wasn't genuinely nice to you. We're on the case. We're boots on the ground. We're
Right.
trying to attack this, but it's an uphill battle. I can tell you that.
I get it.
It's
I get it.
uphill.
Well, before I leave, I want to make sure I extend love from my loving husband, Christopher, who wanted to let you know how much he adores you, ladies. He feels at home when he hears you talking because he's from Tennessee. And so he's like, they sound like home and they are incredible. So just know that he loves y'all because he's a little Southern white boy too.
Well, tell Christopher we love him too.
Big hug to Christopher, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you,
My
Latrice.
pleasure, divas.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, here's the thing. I love Latrice. I really love drag queens.
I
And
do
the more
too.
that we get to know and the more that we get to have on our show, the madder and more heartache I feel towards the cruelty of them being used as a wedge issue for religious nuts to be mad about something.
Right. There's so much talent in a drag show, in a drag queen. You've got making the costume, putting on the makeup, doing the dancing in heels, lip syncing. I mean, there's just so much talent and personality. And it's like I've said a million times, you cannot go to a drag show and not have a blast. And I've yet to meet a drag queen that I don't think is smart and funny and empathetic.
It's an art form.
It is.
And these people are human beings. These people are human beings. And I hate the low-hanging fruit that the right wing tries to use by falsely equating being a drag queen to some sort of perverse interest in children, where all of the evidence that I've seen, it seems to be that all this perversion goes on in the churches. But what do I know? I just follow the facts.
What do you know? What do I know?
That's right. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining this very special episode with 3 drag queens. Of course, me as Misinformation. And then what's your drag name?
Memaw Drag.
Memaw Drag, featuring a side of Camel Toe, and of course, Latrice Royale, and then our stand-in Leslie and her bitch, Kylie and Seth. Pumps, tell them.
We will see you next Tuesday or Thursday or both.